Good evening, peace lover, light seeker, beautiful heart, beautiful friends, wherever you are. Good evening, using body time. I'm happy to meet you again and again. Now it is 18 minutes past 6 body time. We are going to discuss about the art of beautiful sleep. The art of beautiful sleep. By the time we are waiting for thousands of friends, spiritual friends who are in the process of joining together with us, I just want to refresh your memory about today's refreshment, beautiful flower to the empath. As we all know already, one of 5 people on earth are empath, sensitive person. There are always negative and positive sides of everything. The same thing also happened to the empath. The negative things about empath, they can easily hurt, they can easily harm. So that's why mental, physical illness mostly visited the empath. But the positive and the beautiful sides of the empath in our cycle of time, almost all bringers of the down come from the empath. Because sensitivity helps us to be more easily well connected. Since I myself are empath, most of my students are also empath. It is like the garden inviting the coming of butterfly. But no worry. There is always solution to every answer. There is always medicine to all disease. Like what I said this today to all of you, the spiritual friends who are empath. Be skillful when you choose the environment to grow. The dangerous environment is the environment which is full of the narcissist and energy vampire. The empath will be in danger if you keep growing in the environment where there are a lot of narcissists and energy vampire. It is like fish who is forced to fly. It is like birds who is forced to swim in the ocean. It is dangerous. Another thing, remember about the inner energy which invite the coming of a lot of danger, like the combination between unsensitive lips with sensitive ears. If your lips are not sensitive but your ears are not sensitive, that is dangerous. It will easily invite the coming of someone else attack. And I give you today the beautiful home of the empath. The beautiful home of the empath is the combination between solitude and inner contentment. Human body will become the beautiful home of everyone, especially the empath, if you are peaceful in solitude, the solitude which is the good friends of inner contentment. Since in our time, the most beautiful medicine which is needed by almost everyone is happiness. Remember to double or multiply your happiness using deep gratitude. Now we are ready to discuss the new topic of the art of beautiful sleep. Before discussing the new topic of the art of beautiful sleep, we are going to spend a few minutes to meditate together, just to make sure that your mind is clean and clear, just to make sure that your heart is calm. It is easier to the light that flowing through me to dispel some part of your inner darkness if your mind is clean and clear, if your heart is calm. Now we are going to meditate. only a few minutes. At the same time we are going to meditate. We are going to wait for thousands friends in the process of joining together with us. Now we are going to meditate. The innermost core of meditation is to take a perfect rest. That is the innermost core of meditation. Especially because everything that happens in this realm is the dancings of the same perfection. Everything. Sad, glad, pain, pleasure, sorrow, joy, blame, praise, they are all part of the same dancings of the same perfection. For that reason, remember, take rest in this moment as it is. Like what happened now in ashram, we hear the voice of motorcycle in the long distance. Use the voice of motorcycle as holy bell to rest the mind in this moment as it is. Anything can happen in your place, from the sound of motorcycle, the sound of karaoke, until cloudless sky. Use it as holy bell to rest the mind in this moment as it is. To put the idea more practical, rest the mind in the gap between two breaths, between out breath and in breath, between in breath and out breath. There is a gap. Simply rest the mind. Remember to use any sound, any experience as holy bell to rest the mind. Smile to the sounds of motorcycle. Smile to the noisy sounds of environment which is full of karaoke. Include smile to sadness, bad mood, and any blessing of this moment. At the same time, remember to rest the mind in the gap between two breaths. That is the innermost core of meditation. So that's why in the spiritual family of compassion, our close friends have been long guided with these three golden steps: accept, flow, smile. That is golden step into inner heaven, inner nirvana. Accept, flow, smile. The more you accept, the more you say yes to this moment, the less you experience inner tension, the less energy draining that come out from the mind. Flow, because by keep flowing, you experience well connected, spiritual connection, to put it more precisely, spiritual connection. And smile is a sign that you are no longer a victim. You are now a master to your own mind and your life. Remember, 3 golden steps to inner heaven. Accept, flow, smile. Since everything is the dancings of the same perfection, simply smile to this moment. Whether the mind call it wrong or true, whether emotion call it as sad or glad, simply smile. Let this moment flow like the white and dark cloud coming and going in the sky. Because that is the natural natures of the mind. As soon as you deeply realize the true nature of the mind, there is this distance between you and the mind. You are no longer the mind. You are now the compassionate witness. In the more applicative language, learn to combine between silence and smile. It is like a pair of soul wings. Silence is left wing. Smile is the right wings. Both silence and smile will help your soul learn to flow, learn to fly. Silence, smile. That is a pair of soul wings that make the soul easily fly. As soon as we are ready to close the meditation session, remember, as the water which is naturally wet, as the flower which is naturally beautiful, the natural natures of silence and smiling soul is full of love. That is the natural natures of silence and smiling soul. Aham prema, aham prema, aham prema. I am love who is here to share love. Now we are going to discuss the new topic about the art of beautiful sleep. This evening we are going to discuss the biological and the psychological aspect of beautiful sleep. Tomorrow, the last day of last day for May meditation, we are going to discuss about the spiritual sides of the sleep. Include when we discuss the spiritual side of sleep, we are going to talk about dream yoga. We are going to discuss about the possibility of opening the secret realm using dream yoga. That is the topic of tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, 18 minutes past 6 p.m. Bali time. This evening, we are going to discuss about the biological and the psychological aspect of beautiful sleep. Sleep in our cycle of time is considered to be a very important factor, not only to the physical body, but also to the mental and spiritual body. You can search in the internet, in Google. You can read a lot of books if you like. In our cycle of time, there are many experts, both in biology, psychology, and spirituality with combining spirituality with science. Many people talk about the importance of sleep. Why? Because sleep can help you to open the gate of healing, happiness, and peace. Sleep is a very important key to open the gate of healing, happiness, and peace. Without enough sleep, there will be a lot of damage happen, not only in the physical body but also mental and spiritual body. As a person who is no longer young, because a man like me, we do not like to be called old. As a person who is no longer young, I will say to you, that is true. That is true. Sleep is a very important key in opening the gate of healing, happiness, and peace. Without enough sleep, physical, mental, and spiritual body will be in damage. To make the story live, one month before I deliver this evening message, I use my own body as a living laboratory. Yeah, that's why for the last month I equipped my body using this watch. This watch can measure many aspects of health, sleep. Every time I wake up in the morning, I open my watch, not only the time, but how many hours I sleep, how many hours I spend in REM sleep, light sleep, and deep sleep. I also measure the heartbeat, the stress, and some of other measurements that can be measured by my watch. The conclusion, to make the story short, true. Sleep is very important. In the day, in one of the important night, I intentionally to make my sleep shorter than usually. I just make my sleep 3 hours at night, just watching the YouTube channel that I like, just to make sure short sleep will disturb many aspects of life. It is true. In the night, when I sleep only 3 hours, in the following day, the concentration is weak. Usually when I wash my dishes, there is no sound, ting and tang. At that day, tang, ting, ting, concentration weakening. Choosing the topic to write in social media, difficult. Body can be weaker. Many aspects of my body getting worse because of having only 3 hours sleep. But in the other night, I intentionally make my sleep 9 hours a day, without sleeping pill, of course, without sleeping pill. But after sleeping 9 hours, in the following day, I can easily happy even for the small thing. I can concentrate. I can easily choosing the topic to write in social media much easier than any other idea. To make the story short, according to my personal experience, it is true. Sleep is a very important key in opening the gate of healing, happiness, and peace. I have just finished to read this book, Why We Sleep. The author is Matthew Walker. He is a professor of neuroscience and psychology from Berkeley University. In this beautiful book, I would say that is one of the best books about sleep. There is a beautiful conclusion which is important to be considered. The shorter your sleep, the shorter your life. That is true. Later, when I explain to you 11 steps to improve the biological side of your sleep, I will talk to you number 5 about the blue zone. The blue zone, like Okinawa in Japan, Ikaria in Greek, Sardinia, Italy, Loma Linda, southern part of America. Those old, healthy and happy people, in the case of Okinawa, even more than 100,000 years, 100 years, they are more than 100 years old, they spend every day with nap. That is one of the important conclusions about research about blue zone. In this case, Professor Matthew Walker is true. His conclusion is very short but very clear. It is very important to keep it in your mind. The shorter your sleep, the shorter your life. Be careful. When it comes to sleep, many experts classify sleep into 3 sleep. First of all, REM, rapid eye movement. You sleep but your eyes move. The second one is light sleep. The third one is deep sleep. When it comes to Matthew Walker, in this book, Why We Sleep, he only classifies sleep into 2 classifications, REM and non-REM. But I prefer to classify into 3. The same thing happened to my watch. My watch also classify my time of sleep into 3, REM, light, and deep sleep. And our brain especially need these 3 kind of sleep. Some consider that we only need deep sleep. No, I don't agree. I agree with the question that the brain has 3 kind of sleep: light sleep and deep sleep. Because these 3 kind of sleep heal different parts of our brain. You need the 3. I strongly recommend you, especially to those persons who are getting older like me, to give you the feedback every time you wake up in the morning. How many hours you spend in REM sleep, light sleep, and deep sleep. I use these words only once. The feedback is very important to me. To or you having no tools to measure the quality of your sleep, I give you, look at your body in 10 or 11 o'clock a.m. 10 or 11 o'clock a.m. If you feel sleepy at 10 or 11 o'clock a.m., you feel sleepy, it means you experience sleep deprivation the night before. You are lack of sleep. To make it more precisely, if you have enough sleep until 12 o'clock, you don't need any caffeine. That means that sleep. But if in 10 a.m., it is very honest feedback that you have sleep deprivation. You have lack of sleep. Be careful, because the conditions of sleep deprivation, if it happens from 1 year to another year, it will create a lot of damage, not only in the brain, but also create a lot of damage in digesting system, immune system, and any other system in the human body. So that's why many experts about sleep, include Matthew Walker, strongly recommend to medical doctor, strongly recommend to psychologists, psychiatrists, and also spiritual healer to me to prescribe sleep. I mean, recommending sleep as a beautiful medicine. I strongly agree. Not only it is logical according to my own experience, but also makes sense according to my direct personal experience as a person who is no longer young. Now, since we understand already the importance of sleep, now we are entering 11 steps to improve the biological sides of the sleep. 11 step, biological side, and 11 steps to psychological sides of sleep. Number one, which is very important, please consider not to consume any caffeine. Caffeine can be found in the tea, coffee, energy drink, dark chocolate. Be careful. Be careful. Many researchers make conclusion caffeine is not supplement food. It is not supplement food. It is stimulant psychoactive, which if you consume too much caffeine, not only the quality of your sleep will be getting worse, but many aspects of your health getting worse. First of all, please consider to consume no caffeine, at least less caffeine. Number one. Number two, no alcohol, because that is the worst suppressors of the sleep. The worst suppressor, no alcohol. Thanks God, I was infected by B hepatitis at the age of 22. When I was still very young, I got B hepatitis. Now I am healed already, perfectly healed by hepatitis B. At that time, the medical doctor strongly prohibited me to consume alcohol, to drink any alcohol. From that year, 22 or 23 years old, I stopped drinking any alcohol. The direct result, the quality of sleep is much better. Thanks God, the quality of my concentration in meditation is much better than the average people because of drinking no alcohol since the age of 22, 23. Number two. Number three, please, no sleeping pill. Even though you know that sleep is very important, never use any sleeping pill, because it will create a lot of damage, not only in the brain, but also in any other system of the body. And in the long term, sleeping pill will create a lot of negative impact. Number four, exercise is very important. But don't be rigid, like the statistics said, people should walk 10,000 steps in a day. That is statistic. But I don't follow it. I do exercise, but I listen to the voice of my body. In the time when my body a little bit tired, less sleep, I do around 5,000 or 6,000 steps in a day. In the day when my body is strong, healthy, happy, I do 10,000 steps a day. Be flexible. Don't be rigid when it comes to statistics. Remember, the one who knows your body best is your own body. The one who knows your body best is your own body. Number four, exercise is important. At least do exercise 3 hours before sleep. Don't be too close to sleep. Exercise is very important. I myself usually every day do what I call as centering yoga, energy alignment movement. It is around 15 minutes until 25 minutes in the morning and the evening before sleep. Centering yoga and energy alignment movement. It helps a lot, twice a day. It helps a lot. Number four, exercise. Number five, as I shared before, in the blue zone, like Okinawa in Japan, Ikaria, Greek, Sardinia, Italy, Loma Linda, southern part of America, where there are a lot of people who have old age, healthy and happy. One of the beautiful tips is nap. Nap, spending few minutes in the daytime, just sleep. Whenever you feel sleepy, simply sleep. Do not think. If you feel sleepy, delay your job, simply sleep. That's one of the very important factor in the blue zone. In Bali, in the place where I was born and where I now live, northern part of Bali, the Balinese elder has a beautiful wisdom about sleep. Learn to sleep like a baby. Learn to sleep like a baby. it is suitable to a person who is no longer young like me. But if you are still young, below 40, maybe the story will be different. Sleep like a baby. Meaning, whenever you feel sleepy, simply sleep. It happened to me sometime in the front of my tablet. I am in the process of writing around 12:30, feel sleepy. I just forgot about the topic that I am writing. Feel sleepy, just sleep in the chair. Usually 10 to 3 minutes, but the impact is very helpful. That is the wisdom of Balinese elder. Sleep like a baby. When it comes to large meal, do large meal at least 4 hours before sleep. Because if you do large meal too close with the sleep time, your digesting system will need a lot of energy to digest the food. As a result, the quality of your sleep will be disturbed. Number 8, it is important to know the art of drinking water. What I mean by the art of drinking water, I have practiced it already more than 10 years. Before 12 a.m., I drink water using a large glass, meaning drinking a lot of water before noon, before lunch, drinking a lot of water. But after lunch, I drink water using cup, meaning less water. The closer to the time of the sleep, I use only a half cup. On the one hand, to maintain the cleanliness of my urine. The second hand, if you drink too much water, the quality of sleep will be disturbed. In the middle of the night, you wake up and go to the toilet to urinate. That is the art of drinking water. Before 12, using a bigger glass. After 12, using cup. But the closer to the time of sleep, only half of the cup. Number 8, relaxation before sleep is important. Relaxation, it can be listening music, meditation. In my case, I have only a few meters of green grass in front of my room, my sleeping room. I used to look at the star, walking in the green grass. That is a kind of relaxation. Relaxation is very recommended. Meditation is the best kind of relaxation. In tomorrow's session, I will talk to you the detail about meditation in the process of going sleep, like filling the gap between two breaths, whispering the mantra that I am deep gratitude. Tomorrow, I will make it clear. Number 10, if your body tends to be cold, shower warm water is good. Just in my case, because my body tends to be cold. I love warm, showering my body using warm water few hours before sleep. It helps. But in the case that your body tends to be hot, like my wife, the body tends to be hot. Shower yourself using a little bit colder water. The key idea is using water to make your body balance. It is only the idea of balance. Since my body tends to be cold, I prefer warm water. Since the body of my wife tends to be hot, she prefers colder water. The destination to follow is home of balance. Number 10. Number 11. If you have less sleep, then spend your time with less activity. If you have better sleep, more sleep, spend your activity with more activity. Again, the importance of being balanced. Because human body loves the beautiful home of balance. As soon as there is light, darkness will disappear. As soon as you live in balance, then any darkness like disease, pain will naturally disappear. That is the biological science of sleep. 11 step. Now we are entering about psychological sides of sleep. In our cycle of time, when it comes to the medicines of mental body, excuse me, I forgot to drink the water. Dr. Eka Imbawan, our chief medical doctor, will be angry to me. In our cycle of time, the most important medicines of mental illness is happiness. Even United Nations making a rank about the happy nation, the most happy nation worldwide. Bhutan, one of the unique country in Himalaya, make decision in 1972. I was still in primary school at that time, 1972. They do not measure their country using gross national product, but using gross happiness product. And that's true. One of the influential psychological journey in our time is psychology today. I read it in the famous journal of Psychology Today. There is a beautiful article. The title is Wake Up to the Benefits of Sleep. That is a beautiful article. Wake Up to the Benefit of Sleep. Analyzing much deeper about the importance of sleep to mental health. In this article, not only mentioning that the conditions of sleep deprivation can be followed by mental illness, can be followed by stress, but also influence the quality of your happiness. In this article, Wake Up to the Benefit of Sleep, there is conclusion, the importance of education about sleep, the importance of educating the people about sleep hygiene. Again, sleep is not only important to the physical health, but also to mental health. For that reason, now I give you another 11 tips about this, how to improve the psychological sides of your sleep. First of all, in order to make you aware, the connection between sleep and happiness is like loop. Sleep influence happiness. Happiness also influence sleep. It is like interacting factor. In order to improve the quality of your sleep, improve the quality of your happiness, it is very important to say enough to yourself, especially if you are disturbed by the quality of your sleep. Saying enough. That is one of courageous steps in spiritual life. Be courageous to say that my life is enough, especially by being kind to yourself. No matter what kind of mistake, what kind of failure that you made in the past, it's okay. It is part of the journey. As I keep sharing to all of you from time to time, mistake will stop to become a mistake if you focus on the lesson. Mistake will stop to become a mistake if you focus on the lesson. It is very important. The first step in improving the psychological side of sleep, be kind to yourself. This evening, I read a short message in social media. Only when you do not know yourself, then the other's opinion is important. And that is a beautiful message. Only when you do not know about yourself, then the opinion of the others is important. who can easily disturbed by the other's opinion. Especially, they fail to be kind to themselves. First of all, the first steps in improving the psychological side of the sleep, say enough to yourself. Be kind, especially be kind to your own failure and your own mistake. The second one, mistake is not the hand of Satan. Mistake tell you honestly about the limit of your body, the limit of your mind, the limit of your spirit. Without knowing the limit, many people will collapse. Be kind to the mistake. That is tip number 2. Because mistake is not the hand of Satan. Mistake is the hand of God, which is telling you about the limit of your body, mind, and spirit. Without knowing the limit, many people can easily collapse. Number 3, the third tip, simplify. Simplify the life, simplify the mind. The quality of your sleep will be much better if you can simplify the mind and simplify the life. What I mean by simplifying the mind and the life is make your hope and your hope closer to reality. Make your expectation closer to reality. That is what I mean by simplifying the mind, simplifying the life. Number 3. Number 4, to improve the psychological sides of the sleep. Self-love. Self-love. Self-love is like the root of all love. There is a beautiful book that I read when I was still young. The conclusions of this book is very important. When I love myself enough, life blossoms in a beautiful way. In this case, self-love does not only improve the quality of your happiness, but also improve the quality of your sleep. That is number 4, self-love. Number 5, tips to improve the psychological sides of your sleep. Double your happiness using gratitude. You can double or multiply small happiness by using gratitude. So that's why in the spiritual family of compassion, we never spend any day without talking gratitude. Every day we're talking the importance of gratitude. Gratitude, it is like our most important mantra in the spiritual family of compassion. Number 6, quoting from neuroscience, our brain loves the pattern. Our brain loves the pattern. What I mean the pattern, if you usually wake up in the morning in 5:30, train your body to wake up in the same time, 5:30. If you go to the office around 8 or 9, go to the office at the same time. If you enjoy salad, for example, in the morning, do the similar. In short, the brain loves the pattern. If you grow in the pattern, then you will experience less stress, less depression. As a result, the quality of your sleep also getting better. Number 6, since brain loves the pattern, learn to grow in the pattern. But as soon as life flow against the pattern, turn on the lantern of mindfulness. For example, you used to go to the office without traffic jam. Suddenly there's strong traffic jam on the street. Life grew against the pattern. In this case, turn on the light of mindfulness. The negative impact of the traffic jam will be very minimum. Number 7, be careful with thinking, feeling loop. That is very dangerous. As soon as bad memory comes, do not let bad memory giving birth to bad thought. Do not let bad thought giving birth to bad feeling. As soon as bad thinking and bad feeling loop each other, that is the seeds of many stroke. It's dangerous. Be careful with thinking, feeling loop. The suggestion, as soon as bad memory visit you, simply smile. Stop. Do not let bad memory giving birth to bad thinking. Then there will be no thinking, feeling loop, which is very dangerous. Not only to your sleep, but also to your brain. Number 8. Since happiness is the best medicine for the mental body, it is very important to balance internet with inner net. You know, we know internet, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you like. Internet is important. In our cycle of time, it is impossible we neglect the internet. It is impossible. But since the negative impact of internet is huge, learn to balance internet with inner net. What I mean by inner net is know your network inside. The connection between bad memory and bad thinking and bad emotion. As soon as bad memory appear, you turn on the light of mindfulness. Do not let bad memory giving birth to bad thinking and bad emotion. That is what I mean by inner net. Meditation is your best friend in deeply understand your inner net. Inner net means the network inside. Sometimes it is called the inner architecture. That is also what I mean by the king of knowledge is the knowledge of who you are. Know yourself. By then the opinion of the others is unimportant. Number 9, mindfulness. What I mean by mindfulness, life is always like a pear. Where there is day, there is night. Where there is peak of mountain, there is valley. Where there is sadness, there is gladness. Where there is sorrow, there is joy. What I mean by mindfulness in daily life, whatever that happen in daily life, whether blame or praise, simply smile. Even the enlightened soul experience sad and glad. Even the enlightened holy person like the Buddha experience bad mood. But remember, you are not the bad mood and good mood. You are the third. You are the beautiful. Smile. That's tip number 9, mindfulness. In order to make the idea of mindfulness more practical, learn to be in ones with this moment as it is. Like the meditation in the beginning of our session, there's the sounds of motorcycle. To the ordinary people, the voice of motorcycle can easily disturb the quality of meditation. But no, in spiritual family of compassion, we use any sound, include the sounds of motorcycle, as holy bell, to be in one with this moment. Beyond sad, glad, beyond sorrow, joy, simply being one. And the important vehicle is beautiful. Smile. Number 10, being in one with this moment. Number 11, the last one, when it comes to the mental sides of beautiful sleep. Among 7 billion people on earth, there is only one. There is only one who can heal you totally and holistically. There is only one people who can heal you holistically and totally. That person is you yourself, no one else. For that reason, learn to be the good friend to yourself. Include being the good friend to your failure, mistakes, and imperfection. especially because only those who find friend inside can be treated as a friend outside. That is the conclusions of our first sessions about beautiful sleep. Thank you, beautiful friend, light seeker, peace lover, wherever you are. Deep thank you. That is my presentation this evening about the art of beautiful sleep. Today talking about the biological and psychological sides of beautiful sleep. Hopefully this message will bring some light to your inner darkness. Hopefully. Thank you. Shanti, Shanti, Santi. Peace in the lower, middle, upper realm. Sabisata Bhavantu Sukhitata. May all beings are happy. Thank you, and thank you.